is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at recent interactions concerning Hasan Piker and his audience, who on more recent streams have milked him like there's no tomorrow, proving points that he may well be getting closer and closer to the vaunted Lolcow status. Regardless of his success, it is possible for anyone to be that. How out of touch he really is, and how well he molds. Because yes, boy knows how to mold like there is no tomorrow. We're actually going to be doing this in the reverse order. The first part will be molding, the second out of touch, the third Lolcow status. He doesn't like when his audience give him stick, or criticism, or any kind of constructive, because he finds it all to be quite problematic, triggering, and or offensive. Yesterday I made a video on Omegon 2, link down below, where I discussed this problem many have, where they are a bit sensitive to words, because those words still have power, whereas other words that have been overused over the past decade have lost all meaning. Take the word Nazi. In the wider space, it really doesn't mean anything anymore. It's lost all meaning. The same for certain slurs. They've lost all meaning as well. Some have been reappropriated and are used more frequently, on Twitter for example. Not in videos though, YouTube have yet to catch up on that one. But give it time, it may well be the case that you'll find many crackers using words they shouldn't use. Crackers in this context does not mean white people. No, I mean people who are bonkers. We English are very creative. We like our descriptors. We can turn pretty much anything into a noun if we really want it to. You're welcome.
Mr. President, the second Piker has hit the trash taste. Why would you do this, Hasan? Really? The terrorist endorser? Shame!
The curse of being a political streamer is that if you take a position that is left or right, you invariably run the risk as the years go by of being more extreme left or more extreme right. I have rarely encountered a streamer who is political that finds their way closer to the centre or stays what is typically considered a left-leaner or right-leaner without slipping further one way or the other. It's quite sad really. In the case of Hasan, he has been busted as the head of this hydra of poisonous streamers who make the left look like cancer. Terminal stage 4 ball cancer. The kind you'd only wish on nonces. That is what many consider Hasan to be, and he really doesn't like it when he gets criticism. He cannot handle it. With you not speaking for as long as you have, this is arguably the most intellectually insightful content I have seen from you in years. As someone that doesn't like dead air in their streams, and can't stream for too long because of that, and because brain just collapses and melts, I'm impressed you have as much dead air in your streams and are okay with it. Yes, I'm judging you harshly, with my 15 average viewers on Twitch, compared to your thousands.
I noticed lately you guys are not up to date with the internet, but this is a whole new level of out of touch. Having an openly racist person on, downvote.
This is in relation to his... My dog snores. This is in relation to a recent podcast of his. Is it Trash Talk or something? People aren't okay with who he chooses to platform on that podcast. And this is the consequence of being what he is, that is a far-left political commentator. A progressive political commentator that is so progressive he can't actually, nor can his audience ironically handle any change. I mentioned this yesterday on Omegon 2 as well. There is a level of irony in a lot of the political streamers who can't handle the very thing they claim to be for or against. In the case of Hasan, his audience will hold him to this, and they will judge him harshly.
Do not have him again, please.
I like that you don't like the criticism, but the one main criticism that should be levied at you right now, the streamer, is that this is your content. You're reviewing the comments to your content on fresh content, because you have nothing original to offer the online space beyond going through your comment sections. It's embarrassing. You may get more views than I do, and that's totally fine, but then you also believe you could make a content nuke like Ethan and get millions of views. You won't. You don't have that kind of pull. No offense intended here, I think I'd do better than you, and I'm much smaller. The point there really is, you're a reaction content creator apparently. That's your level, which in the online space puts you below commentary. As a part of commentary, I'm okay to look down on you, because this isn't content.
Holy Too bad. I get irritated from just seeing his face. The guy has said so many profoundly idiotic things that I honestly cannot listen to a word from him. The brigade is on, folks. Get in and actively counter the brigade.
How tragic is your existence that you have to go and beg your stream audience to go to your YouTube podcast bullcrap audience because you don't like the fact your echo chamber isn't transferring onto another platform because you need that validation to ratio everyone else. Bish, this is the hole you dug for yourself as a Lolcow in waiting. And I say in waiting because while it is possible to be one at the level Hasan is at, I do firmly believe it is a better iteration of Lolcow when they're on the downward turn. We've yet to see that with him yet. On to the next video, where Hasan does not like it when people tell him he is out of touch.
And they because sometimes we'll stare into the darkness on this broadcast. We'll look at what they're saying, and they just can't comprehend how journalists are still covering this guy in a positive way. What the is going on? And it's dude, why do you think a 40-year-old journalist has no political convictions of their own?
Weirdly, I know people who are in their 40s, 50s, younger as well, who do not care. This is a growing problem within society as a whole, actually, where many people, and my recent elections in the UK a year ago-ish would be testament to it, where the voter turnout was so low. People really don't care anymore because they know what the end result will be. They feel like their vote doesn't matter because there's so many people. They also believe that they don't actually do anything, politicians, to benefit the people, and that is right. There is nothing inherently wrong with having or not having an opinion. That said, your need to constantly justify and point out towards bias is astonishing when media trust isn't at a particular high right now.
You think they're going to be diluted by a drama farmer on YouTube, like a slop tuber, and be wow, this is a real bad guy.
Lol, look at you, that's cute. Trying to use some form of ad hom or pejorative to describe commentary that you don't like because you've not been able to successfully debate one of them. Not one. No offense to you, but you did so badly against Willie Mack. If anyone's a slop tuber, it's you when you try. A slop streamer, you're most certainly that. Those who do 8 to 10 hour streams and spend most of it reacting to other people's content, yeah, that's you. And you are remarkably out of touch. You live in a multi-million pound place. You make vast swaths of money and income. You generate a huge amount as well. All from intellectually dishonest takes. You're on a high horse, which is impressive for someone as tall and as broad as you.
You think they haven't seen internet harassment campaigns before? You are so out of touch, holy hell. No, brother, I'm not the one who's out of touch. The people that are going, we hate you because we think this person is an evil person, me, okay? We think your friend that you know better, okay, is actually secretly an evil person because we've seen YouTube videos from rabid haters.
The cope. The elitism interpretation from a streamer who thinks that their clout, their notoriousness, their fame, their infamy can suddenly translate into positive on another platform. Bitch, that's not how it works. It really doesn't. There are some that can make it work, but usually they sell cookies with high vitamin D in, although they are on the downward turn, so you're next, I guess? Point really with this is, you're coping and you're salty, you're moulding, you're seething, and it's, oh, so delicious.
Is an active line of attack.
Everybody loves dead air.
The assumption that you, as a random commentator, a random commenter online, is not out of touch, but I am, because what you expect in terms of retaliation towards someone like myself is not matching the reality is hilarious.
What's tragic here is he is employing a form of mental gymnastics to say you're a rando and therefore your opinion is invalid, but simultaneously how can we be certain you're yourself and not out of touch? The thing is, you're the streamer, bitch. You must take on board what they present to you because what you present is it. You want to seem like you're, let's say, not removed from the oikery, the muggles, the mudbloods, but you are exactly that. Because you now ignore the detractors under the guise of either they are problematic, because you've said that before, or because they themselves might be out of touch. When I earlier said you are close to Lolcow status but not quite there, yeah, this doesn't help you. Your coping is, well, I said delicious earlier. It really is scrumdiddlyumptious. On to your Lolcow status, I guess.
How do you not understand that? Things will keep shocking you over and over again if you are so echo-chambered and hug-boxed that you genuinely believe that I am considered a Lolcow by anyone that is a normal human being who goes outside.
Normal human beings that go outside don't know what the word Lolcow means, so don't try and shift this here. In the online space, you do fall into the area of Lolcow in waiting. I don't think you're there yet. Again, you're still at the top. You also think, though, because of that, you can't be a Lolcow. Thing is, there are many who are at the top of their games. They may not be as successful, but they're there, and they're Lolcows. You have all the potential to be one because you refuse to change. I agree with the sentiment of hugboxing and echo chambers. However, you are somebody that has maintained one for so long, and that includes your Twitch audience, that it is somewhat contradictory or hypocritical when it comes from you. Also, what is a normal person these days?
Okay, that's the problem.
Dead Air Take 2, Electric Boogaloo.
You're like a 40-year-old dude on Twitch right now being like, you're the one who's out of touch, Hasan, because in spite of the fact that you are one of the most popular content creators on Twitch, I still think, me and my homies think you're a bad guy.
Well, you're not a great person, one can certainly agree, I think universally in fact. You're a terrible demonstration of how far left someone can go and still think they're in the right because of their success. You can still be a Lolcow and be a bad person, but not all Lolcows are bad people. And you are desperately trying to deflect, because that is your thing, from the fact that you are the subject matter and you don't like it because it involves introspection. Additionally, it doesn't matter how popular you are. It really doesn't. It never matters how popular you are, and also content creator on Twitch. No, content thief on Twitch. That's what you typically are on Twitch.
And the more you don't realize that other people don't see it the way that you do, the more you just make up conspiracies in your mind. You can say womp womp all day, but the real womp is happening to you, old man. Calm down.
I like that you really are that desperate projector and deflector, that is the best you can come up with, which leads to you then having a good 10-second delay before you can talk again. All because someone told you you're a Lolcow. By the way, generally, people who respond to accusations they're a Lolcow by deflecting onto others are typically seen as Lolcows. If you took on board what they said and instead then went, okay, let's have a look at this. What is a Lolcow? Let's go through the definitions. I think my behaviour might well fall within certain areas, yes, but entirely. Perhaps if you showed the ability, the capacity to comprehend rather than be so literal and blind, you might well be seen as something different. But your poisonous behaviour is why you are in this territory in the first place. Now there's one more clip I want to show you concerning his claim about the pull he has and what he could do to respond to Ethan Klein.
Love this opportunity to duke it out, okay? There are YouTube video compilations. If you think that people are aggressively anti-me and that actually helps in the algorithm, I promise you, yes, I have drama in the title because it's a bait, okay? And it's stupid.
One rule for me, but not for thee, Hasan. It's stupid, says the hipster. It's ironic, says the hipster. Okay, hipster. Let's face it here. You know damn well how the game works. You've been here long enough, even back on the Young Turks, where I really wish you hadn't been given a platform all those years ago. You know the nature of this game, and you know damn well the only way you're going to succeed is if you play it. You will address drama because you know damn well it gets more views, more clicks, more subs. And that's all that matters to the total progressive socialist, who is totally not a free market capitalist. Was that slander? Was that defamation? Oh no, I take it back for he lol suits me.
I hope you understand. There are a lot of people that have made a lot of money shitting on my former podcast co-host. Some of it is for valid reasons that I suspected he changed from, okay? And some of it is not. But it doesn't matter. What matters is if you're exclusively interested in the drama of it all, there is a million things that he has in his background that people have regularly garnered millions of views over.
Yes, we're well aware that people could in fact drop many a nuke on Ethan Klein, whose perspectives changed considerably after what happened with Israel and Gaza, Palestine. It is a mess. You two having a podcast the way you did cracked me up to no end because I couldn't understand how he would work with someone like you. And vice versa. Yet you did. It was funny. But here's the part I'm really interested in. The claim.
Do you think I don't know how to make a video like that? Of course I do. And there are plenty of others who do that. Okay? The reason why I don't do that is not because I'm some incredibly moral person who's above it all, even though I do think the reason why I don't do that is because I'm not a drama content creator.
The funny thing really is, you genuinely believe if you were, you'd get millions of views. If you were and you tried, you'd get reamed. The only reason you won't do it is because you'd upload it to YouTube, you'd get mostly downvotes, you'd have every creator responding to every facet of that video, debunking it, which is the point of videos that you struggle with in live streams. In video form, many people can prepare, practice, and perform. On a live stream, you just go into it and do whatever. You scour the internet for things, you're sent things on Discord, or you go to Reddit, you look in your cliche cubby holes, while the rest of the people that make the videos do the research, either with confirmation bias in mind, or just simply ponage on your behalf, or on your part, because of you. You don't like that because it means you're the center of attention in a negative way, which you simultaneously need because it helps you maintain relevancy. Story of your life really, isn't it? It's quite tragic.